All right, dude. It is week of the Herdegen prep. Tell us a little bit about what your plans are this week on how you're going to get ready for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday match.
No, Mike, I appreciate it. And to us here, you know, again, for some people it's just the county championship. For me, it might as well be the Masters or the U.S. Open. So it's kind of fun to prepare.
That's the way you made it sound last year, dude.
Huh?
I thought it was. I literally thought it was the Masters, British Open, the Open, Herdegen.
It's the big one. And bottom line is that for 1 year, you get to figure out, what your ranking is in the county. So 2 years ago, I was 6th. Last year, 13th. And again, we've learned a lot over the last couple of years. But the biggest thing is, it's trying to figure out how to peak at the right time. I mean, I think, everybody in the field is capable of obviously playing good golf. The trick is how to play your best golf when you need it most, right? And this isn't unique to me or to this tournament. I mean, guys do it for major tournaments in the on tour.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about playing your best golf 3 days in a row at 3 different courses under pressure.
Under the biggest pressure that I'll put myself under, So
I'm putting this mic on me. Hang on. It's gonna stay in the video. Sorry, guys, but I'm gonna move this camera around a little bit. So today's Monday, right? This video is coming out on Tuesday, but we're filming this now just to kind of go over like what your plans are this week on how you're gonna feel the most confident going into Friday.
I think the biggest thing is to handle the things that we can handle. And
control what you can control, right?
Yeah, because the things that are out of our control are obviously out of our control.
Right. So if it's rainy or windy or things like that.
Yeah. If you can't control the traffic, you can't control your playing partners, you can't control the conditions of the course, but there are things that are within your control. So some of those things, it might sound funny, but like all my yard work's done. I did it all this weekend. Father's Day, I was kind of itching to get to the house. The yard's all done. I made purposely this week a relatively light meeting schedule at work, and took Friday off, so I didn't have to worry about that. So
right. So now you can focus on golf. Yep. Now here's the deal: when we talk about like winds or rainy conditions, your playing partners, like I don't want to say those are excuses, but listen, if it's rainy out, it's rainy out for everyone.
Well, let's call them variables.
Right.
Okay. So the thing is that, to a certain degree, you can practice in the bad weather, but long story short is there's just things that we can control. So number one is eliminating distractions, right? So, I got nothing going on with the kids at school. I got nothing crazy going on at work. Actually, I'm lucky one of my bosses is away this week on vacation, which kind of lightens the workload. And, we handled everything, handled everything at home, and now it's just about the preparation for golf. So when I'm teaching a junior how to play, we always work from the hole back. It's not as much fun as dragging out a driver and busting it down the fairway. But the long story short is when you get somebody that can make 3-footers, 5-footers, 8-footers consistently, and then you get them out on the course, there's something they're gonna do well. There's something they're gonna be familiar with. When they get to the hole, they're gonna knock it in.
All right, well, let me ask you this though. What wins this tournament? Drives or putts? You know what I mean? Like somebody who putts really well or putted really well during this tournament wins it, you think?
Oh, 100%.
You think that's every tournament, like even in the pros?
Well, we just watched Rory McIlroy piss away a one-shot lead.
But you know what? That's the U.S. Open conditions, dude.
Well, so is this for me. The
conditions I'm talking.
He lost.
Woodstock's going to be in U.S. Open conditions.
Yeah. So bottom line is that our first drill that we do to build confidence. You did it for the Herdegen qualifier. I just did it. I'll do it a couple times this week. is putting 3-footers. Straight, right up the hill, but do 100 of them.
How many did you make?
98.
98? Right? What was I, 95?
And you were 95, right?
Yeah.
So again, most of it's a concentration thing, but it's also a confidence thing that when I'm standing over a 3-foot putt, whether it's on the first hole or the 54th hole, whether it's for triple bogey or it's for an eagle, I make 3-foot putts that go straight up the hill 98% of the time, right? So again, I don't have to worry about it, right? Same thing right now. You know, these are little 6-foot downhill putts. You know I'm gonna have a ton of these. The nice thing is the putting green's pretty quick today. And all I'm trying to do is get the ball online. And I'm trying to shorten up my backstroke a little bit. I'm trying not to bring it past the quarter too much. But again, you know, you sit there, you do 100 of these, and that'll get you in a spot where, you know, if you're over a 6-footer, you know, I'm probably making, you know, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Well,
right?
Let me ask you, think about this. Like, you know, sometimes we talk about like muscle memory, right? Like you're building up that muscle memory to like feel a little bit more comfortable over these.
Mike, it's 100% muscle memory, but it's all, you know, it's that putting confidence, you know?
That was a terrible putt, by the way.
That was not good. So, and yeah, it's funny. I'm watching the back of the putter, try not to go past the quarter, and that's kind of distracting.
Well, yeah.
There she is.
Look at that.
But we're gonna have a lot of these fast downhill
So today's
rollers.
Monday. We got here at, you know, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We got here. We're gonna spend the rest of the day here.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna stay here till dark. We're gonna chip and putt. We're gonna do a little bit of iron work. What's your thoughts?
So for me is you know, right now you got to start thinking mid-season form. I'm really excited to get into the simulator today.
Oh, right, simulator work.
The reason is, and you might be saying, hey, it's June. Why are you guys going in the simulator? Well, 2 reasons. It's going to be hotter than the hinges of hell out here today, and I don't want to exhaust myself, you know, early in the week. But 2 is I want to get you and me in there together to get a realistic, up to the minute idea of distance and dispersion.
Right, and I honestly, if we had like a TrackMan or a Flight Scope or a
put out on the range,
I'm gonna put those up in the videos to try to get sponsored by them. But if we had one of them, I would love to be outside off the grass.
Yeah.
You know, just to get that realistic feel, because you know, hitting off mats on the range or hitting off mats inside, it's just a little bit different. But so chip and putt, then dispersion and distance inside.
Got to get back into that hitting the 30 drivers a day. There's nothing bad about that. And
yeah,
when you
you've been hitting a driver great this year, but you know, you'll go through your little spells. Yeah,
right now it's not A+, although if I need a cut on demand, it's not a big deal. Which
same with me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So tomorrow,
can you phone a friend during a Herdegen if you need to cut one around the corner? It's like, I'm gonna have my caddy hit this one. I'm gonna use my caddy card.
That'd be great. And then we're gonna finish out today with playing from the black tees. We play the championship tees here on Herdegen Sunday.
Yep.
And this course doesn't play a lot different, but
there's a couple holes that we need to feel out, especially if it's a little windy, because we got some windy conditions today.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
You know, and just to build a little confidence, you know, to know that, hey, just because we're 10 yards back, it's just one more club.
And I swept you this weekend, so you got to get a little confidence.
That should be its own Tuesday talk. That should be you in a bathrobe sitting in front of a fireplace.
With a British accent.
Yep. Oh, I missed one.
All right, and then tomorrow's what?
So tomorrow's Tuesday. So tell me about the workout we're gonna do tomorrow, because quite honestly, oh, by the way, hot tub and a half-hour of yoga this morning, hot tub and Epsom salts, and a half-hour of good quality stretching. And
you walked around the house with your robe too?
Oh, 100%. The kids are home from school, so they're not big fans of that. Ooh,
so
tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow is gonna be a light workout for you. I got the other guys doing a heavy workout and me, and then and you'll be on the lighter side of that, just to kind of keep the muscles moving. I don't want to change too much. I still want you to go through the same stuff, but just gonna dial down weight wise.
Well, Mike, what a difference though, not only a year makes,
dude.
But I couldn't think about not going to the gym on Herdegen week.
If I can hang out with you from 1 year ago, but like right now, I'd punch you.
Could you imagine where we'd be right now?
Oh my God, dude.
If we kept it together?
Dude, you're hitting the ball 20 yards further this year.
Yep.
How far were you hitting your drive before you lost all the weight?
Probably 250.
Okay.
245, 250 consistent.
Right. Then you lost all the weight and you kind of dialed it down a little bit.
Quite a bit, down to like 230.
Yeah.
And that was what was scary, was I thought I was getting older, but I lost all that muscle because I didn't do it right.
Right, so and now you're up to what?
So consistently hitting the ball, like on average, like easy 255. I gotta goose it out to 265. I've been known under certain circumstances to hit it farther than that, but that's like the
high elevation.
High elevation, downhill, downwind. But
so
yeah.
All right, so we're getting that.
But that's what I'm saying is that I couldn't think about skipping the workout, even though it's by the way, I'm sitting here doing a big putting session. We do a lot of lower back work. My back feels great.
Yeah,
there was a time where I couldn't do this much putting because my back would hurt.
Right.
You know? So again, another advantage to working out.
So work out tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow during the day, you're gonna do some more practice.
Yeah, up here, and you know, really dialing in the wedges. The first two courses that we're gonna play, there's a lot of times when we're gonna be inside of 100. And not only, you know, getting the sand wedge dialed in, but this year I've kind of taken that wedge game to a different level where, you know, I want to be able to flight a U wedge to 80 yards. I want to be able to knock down the W wedge to 100 yards in case we need those shots that kind of have to skip back and run.
So that's tomorrow, and then tomorrow night you have?
An hour-and-a-half therapeutic massage.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm excited about that.
So that's something I told you that you're gonna wanna do earlier in the week. First round is Friday.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want you to be, like, feel beat up from that.
Yeah.
Which I think would take you a good 24 to 36 hours to recover from. So I told you to do it earlier in the week.
Which was good call, because I was gonna wait until like Thursday night.
Yeah, dude, and then Friday morning you'd wake up like you got ran over by a bus.
So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna keep the yoga going.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday. Wednesday's a good day. Get down there.
Wednesday you got practice round?
Practice round.
Yeah.
I'm hoping at Apple Greens. I'd like to attack that again. And again, I don't want to go crazy out there. I don't really need to play 18 holes. I just got to stay familiar with the course.
Yeah.
And there's a terrible putt. And they have a great driving range facility over there. So that's where be able to hit, you know, a bunch of good drives and start getting the driver dialed in outside.
Yeah. And that's day 2 of the Herdegen is Apple Greens.
Yep.
And then Thursday?
So Thursday, I kind of got most of the day scheduled. So Woodstock doesn't have a great practice facility, but you know, putting and chipping is putting and chipping no matter where you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And
those greens are probably gonna be the toughest out of all 3.
They have the ability, all 3 courses have the ability to ramp them up, but I think Woodstock has an ego problem where they need to do something that's better than everybody else, you know, because they're the shortest course, the shortest handicap, 9-hole, lower hand, you know.
So you got to trick it up a little bit just to.
I think they're going to make it very difficult putting out there. So I just want to spend some time. Their putting green, while it's not big, it gives you everything you need to play that course.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. Undulation, slippery.
Yeah. And then 9 good holes. I don't want to get tired out. You know, I don't need to play 18 and log a score, but you know, 9 good holes. And then we got league on Thursday night.
Yeah.
So there's the little bit of juice, the little bit of competition that.
Did you see the format?
4-ball.
4-man best ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got 2 other good partners.
And we'll put $1 down for every shot or every score we use of each person.
I like that.
Me and you.
I love it. And then we have to have a champions dinner. Like the night before the Masters, we don't need to wear suit jackets. It could be here at the course.
Neither one of us fit in our suit jackets anymore.
Dude, my problem is the shoulders. You know, like I said, but we should have a champions dinner on Thursday night, and we do have a lot of good supporters, folks that are coming out to be with us during the rounds to support us, and then obviously all you guys at home, you know, that I'm sure are cheering us on or rooting against us.
So,
you know.
Last but not least, I want to ask you something that I asked you earlier, you know, late last week. I said, do you think that you can win this? And, you know, last year getting to know your golf game. You took this very serious. You talked about finishing top 10, doing better than you did the year before, all these things, but you never once mentioned winning the thing.
Yep.
And you know, we've talked about this in previous like podcasts and things, is I'm no excuses on every other aspect of my life, right? Everything is like, yo, if you're gonna do it, be the best. Golf is not that for me, although I need to start getting there, or I'm trying to get there now. For you, I asked you that question and you hesitated.
Yep.
And I said no. So the answer is no, you don't think it. And I want you to start thinking it. And you texted me later that night that you were like, you know what, dude, you're right. I'm freaking winning this thing.
Yeah. So it's funny because it's that mental balance that we all need to strike between confidence and reality. But the bottom line is what would the harm be in thinking in my own head that I could win this? Now, the thing is I know the guys we're playing against, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, if I go out and I play, some of these guys, I might beat them 2 out of 10 times. Right?
What was the winning score last year after 3 days?
Jesus, I don't know, but
what was your total over?
We were 20 over.
20 over.
Yeah.
What do you think won it? 7 over, 10 over?
No, not even. It was probably even.
Really?
Well, because what'd they go? 70 at Benny was 67 at Woodstock, so he started out 3 under. I think he brought it back to even.
Grapusco won, and he was, I think he was 72, so he was 2 over at Woodstock.
Yep.
I think he shot 40 and then 32, right?
Yep.
And then, all right, so we'll call it around even.
I think even wins it.
So there's nothing stopping you from shooting sub 75 at every single course.
So that's the thing is like, if anything can happen. Now I've shot in under par before. It's not typical, but I think one of the big things is especially, I was telling Jamie this on Saturday night, we had a long ride back, and I said, I get a lot of confidence when Mike's on the bag because I know 2 things are gonna happen. One is I'm always gonna get a great read on the putt, that I have a lot of confidence. He just tells me where to hit it, and if I can get it on line, it's got a chance. But I said also Mike talks me out of doing stupid things. And I'm not saying like crazy things, but sometimes it's just, hey, in the heat of the moment, your head's not on straight, you make a bad decision, it turns into a crazy number.
Yeah.
And I go, not for nothing, but when I'm making birdies, they come in bunches, When I'm not.
That one time at Apple Greens.
Yeah. But so here's the thing, right? Would everything have to go right to win? Yes. But why should the goal be anything less than our best?
Right.
And our best game, you and me together out there, there's a chance that we could win this.
Absolutely.
So why would we be thinking any other way? It'd be silly not to.
What do they say? Aim for the stars, or aim for something and you land amongst the stars?
So you could do it both ways.
Shoot
you could
for the
say,
moon.
shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you land amongst the stars. Or shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you come down with a handful of stars.
Yeah.
But listen, it really is the aim high objective. That last year we aimed for a top 10 finish, what did we get? 13. If we aim for a win, maybe we fuck it up and we get third.
Exactly.
That's the right way to think about this. So, like I said, and then the last thing is everything that's within our control we're gonna do. The balls are gonna be marked, the car is gonna be full of gas, we're gonna be stretched out right. We're gonna make sure that we're the places that we need to be on time. The clothes are gonna be cleaned.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be anything left to chance.
Don't even think about it.
All we have to do is
let's not get arrested on our way to the golf course.
Listen, dude, that's a long Tuesday tip, but this is a long time coming. So.
All right, dude. Well, good luck. Let's do it.
Let's do it.